Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Pisces in November 2019. Hello, Pisces. How are you doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Pisces, last but never least, ever. You know why? Because I love you guys. I love Pisces. Pisces are some of the best people I've ever met in my life. They're very special to me in my life. I know. I love them so much. Anyway, I'm sorry. I was gushing over some of your fellow Pisceans, so hopefully you guys can feel that love transmit over to you, because I really have enjoyed every Pisces I've met. Actually, false. There was like one, and I was just like, shut up. I didn't really like him. But anyway, Pisces, I hope everything in your life is going well. Happy Thanksgiving to those who will be celebrating here in the States or anywhere around the world. If you are celebrating at the end of November, I hope you have a fun and safe and amazing time. Eat all the foods, because that's what they're there for. They're there to be consumed. Unless you are related to people or around people who cannot cook, then be polite and like eat as much as you can before you like toss, scrape the rest of the plate into the trash, okay? Pisces, speaking of Thanksgiving, I will be going live Thanksgiving week, either that Monday or Wednesday, to show my appreciation for those who have supported me thus far. As I've mentioned over several videos, the growth to the channel has been amazing. The feedback has been amazing, and I've enjoyed getting to work with some of you as clients. It's been a fun time by me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed yourselves as well. And so just to give back and again show that appreciation for supporting me through what is essentially a spiritual journey. This is why I do this for for myself. This is a spiritual journey for me. So just to show you guys that I care about you, and I thank you for being here with me in the journey. Okay, so I will announce that here on the channel. I'll post it to the community page once I finally decide on the day and the time. And again, that is a general open collective for anybody who shows up. So if you have a question, and if you can wait until that particular day, I would suggest stopping by the chat and seeing if I could answer it for you then and there live, okay? Anything else? Okay, yeah, please make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment. Do all that fun stuff YouTube allows you to do. It helps to continue to grow the channel. Like I said, that has been really surprising to me how it's kind of come on in the past couple of months, and so I just want to keep that momentum going, okay? All right, Pisces, let's do it. Let's get into your reading. Let me see Pisces outcome. Didn't finish, but you do have the Death card there, so some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio, but you also just might be going through interesting I normally might say major or significant transformations, but the word I said there was interesting, so interesting transformations, maybe unexpected transformations. Things might be coming to you that you didn't expect, and it might come in a package that you might not expect. Anyway, so let me get into it. Please show me Pisces outcome for November 2019. November 2019 outcome for Pisces, please show me. Aw, that's nice. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Let's see if it's nice in the context of everything, huh? Let's flip the card that came face down. Oh, damn it, Pisces. We'll see, though. We'll see. All right, guys, let's see what's going on. Please show me where Pisces is in November 2019. Please show me Pisces in November 2019. Please show me. Okay, got it. Okay. All right, guys. Coming into November, you come in with the Moon card in reverse. All right, Moon card, your very own energy, Pisces. This is Major Arcana for you. In reverse, though, and I'm showing you that just to show you the artwork upright so you can get used to it. I think some of you are coming out of a lull, a rest period, a fog. Thank you, a fog. It feels as though you're coming out of a fog. It feels as though Pisces is spicy. Got it. Keep in mind it's the Mercury retrograde, and I'm not familiar with the astrology, and so I don't know where it is for the collective of Pisces, like where that Mercury retrograde is happening. I know it's in Scorpio, and Scorpio in general is a feisty sign, right? So I feel that might be influencing some of you, if not a good portion of you. If you know your chart, or if you know a little bit more about astrology, you kind of already know that. But Pisces is spicy, yes. I feel not that you're fighting, or not that you're, you know, antagonizing people, but you're certainly not taking any guff. You're not taking any shit off of anybody. This feels like if people want to push your buttons, they're about to find out that they picked the wrong person to push buttons on. And that might just be like an internal dialogue. And I feel that even if it does manifest, or it does kind of take shape in your life, I don't feel like any knockdown, drag out fights. I'm not feeling much of a combative energy with you. I just see that maybe your patience and your tolerance for things has been like reduced, like that's how much Pisces is willing to give a person before Pisces says enough. You see what I mean? So where before you may have been a lot more agreeable, you may have been more accommodating to people, now it's kind of like, you have one time to ask me to do you a favor. And then when I do the favor for you, and then you want to be ungrateful for me doing the favor, I will never do you a favor again. At least until this Mercury retrograde is over, because I don't know many Pisces that hold a grudge. But you might be the one. I'm always looking for like the exceptional, no offense, I'm always looking for the exceptional Pisces that like burns a bridge and means that shit. And you do, some of you do. It just takes like years for you to like get the kerosene together, to find the matches. Like it takes a while to get there, but I digress. Now, this moon in reverse, this is like being clear on something, maybe even before you need to be. No, what does that mean? No, clean that up. That's not correct phrasing. Some of you might be making moves maybe in a hurried fashion, right? So whereas maybe previous to this point, or your normal way of behaving might be to take your time, to get a plan together, to plot things out, to strategize, to organize, to outline something, you're just like, fuck it. And you're kind of like rolling the dice and saying, all right, screw it, I'm going to try it this way. And, you know, it's like you're being a lot more impulsive. There you go. That might be a cleaner word for it. Or you're feeling more edge of your seat, more antsy to get things started or to get things settled. And, you know, because the moon, when it's in the upright, is kind of like a listful time. It's very ethereal. It's very like wavy. It's like mystical. It's very, you know, fog, like I said, coming out of a fog, right? So it's very foggy. It's like a misty night, you know, in the forest, you know, very in some cases kind of creepy. Not calling you creepy, but like that energy or that scene can be creepy because you can't really see far in front of you. So you end up being very still. There's not a lot of motion. You know, if there's fog all around me and I'm in the middle of the woods, I'm not just going to suddenly, you know, get into a full-on sprint. I'm going to be walking very cautiously as to not bump into a tree or trip over a downed tree trunk, or, you know, God forbid, like run into a lake or something like that. You see what I mean? So with this in reverse, the mist is removed, or the fog is removed, and you're able to move a lot more quickly, or you're able to make decisions a lot more quickly. Which again, I feel is kind of not usually the way with most Pisces. So, you know, obviously there will be exceptions because, you know, tarot and astrology, they're not science. Not every Pisces is a peace-loving person. I want to meet them. If you're like a sociopath Pisces, say hi to me, because all the Pisces I know are incredibly darling and I love them. But anyway, so I feel you're a lot more active. I feel you're a lot more clear-headed about what you want to do, how you want to do it, who you want to be by your side when you do it. And you're not suffering any fools along the way. If people want to come and play games with you, if people want to come and agitate you, if people want to come and hem and haw around you, like if you're about business, like let a Pisces be about their business, and then someone comes along and drags their feet. Pisces becomes incredibly frustrated with that person. Like, I'm ready to go. You're slowing me down, especially, yes. So for some of you, that might be with agitation is someone is slowing you down. and you don't want to be slowed down. Someone is like impeding your progress, and you don't want to be impeded. You want to go. You want things to be sewn up and stitched up and just, tucked away. Like, okay, I'm like 2 yards away from the finish line here. Let's go. And then, you've got someone who's like dragging their heels, and you're like, come on, So, I think this is an interesting progress for you, or this is interesting progress for you, because it really feels like almost like yesterday you were in that space. Some of you, maybe literally yesterday, maybe, maybe not yesterday, but like in October or September, or, the entire year of 2019, you come down to November. Now, all of a sudden the fog has lifted, and Pisces is feeling a lot more clearer about what they are intending to do in their life, or what they need to accomplish, what they want in their life, what they don't want in their life. Maybe. Because in some cases, this is like a cleaning of the house. Like, there you go. Pisces, just follow me with the example. You're doing your spring cleaning, 6 months after the fact, right? When is spring cleaning? Around April or May, right? April or May. We're about 6 months away from that time period. You're about 6 months behind on doing your spring cleaning. Yeah. I could be wrong. I don't know what you were doing back in the spring. I don't sit here and watch my videos all day. So, but it feels like that. It feels like that time of spring cleaning, or that time of year, is usually when people are like becoming more inspired. They have more energy, and that makes sense. A lot of Pisces I know, like, spring and summer tire you out, and then fall and winter come along. You're like, yes, it's finally colder, and it gets darker earlier. This is great. A lot of you like really get your, at least the Pisces I've known, your energy is normally flipped. So where more people are energized and revitalized in the spring and summer months, you're like, baby, bring me a sweater, bring me a pumpkin spice latte, even if it makes me a basic bitch, and I'm just gonna go to town on life in the fall and the winter. So that's what this feels like, okay? Now, where's this coming from, or what else is going on? Let's see. Right. Okay. So you were in a mood, and I'm glad to get this out of the way early, because I feel some of you have been like anxious about this showing up in your reading. Like, oh no. And I think I did say, oh no, when I flipped it, right? So 3 of Swords. No third. Maybe like in a few cases there was a third party situation in a romantic situation, not necessarily cheating, but certainly interference in a relationship. It could have been, I'm feeling interference by family. I'm feeling interference by work life, or issues at work, like overbearing bosses, or overly demanding bosses, right? Or abusive bosses, like, yeah, I'm feeling like abusive bosses, like people that take advantage of the employee, and whether that was you, Pisces, or your partner. But I feel as though there was a boss who like demanded certain things of the employee, not like in a nasty way, not like in a quid pro quo kind of way, but in a way of, it's not a scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. It's like literally like, no, you can't leave the office. And, this employee, whether it's you or your partner, is like looking at your watch, like, it's like 5:30. I was supposed to leave at 4 o'clock. No, we're not done until this project is done. It's like that. Like overworking you, demanding more of your time and your energy, taking away from your private life, yeah? And maybe that is, I don't know what that is. It's not right, and it's probably against the law, but kind of like dangling your employment over the head, being like, well, if you leave, well, I guess we're gonna have to find somebody else. It's like, you're gonna fire me because I want to go home to my partner, to my wife, to my husband, to my kids, whatever. Like, and then, and overstepping, basically, is what I get with that 3 of Swords. In some cases, yes, cheating, blah blah blah. And I say it that way because that's old news. What I'm talking about right now, this 3 of Swords, is old news. It's not anything you are shocked by. It's not anything you don't know about. You know about it. You've dealt with it. This is very historical at this point. Or not even very historical. Like, this could have been the cloud over your head for the past few months, right? This could have been the mood you were in most of 2019, Pisces, this 3 of Swords. feeling strained in your heart space, feeling strained in your heart chakra, or pained, maybe in some cases feeling betrayed. But ultimately, I feel it's just like disappointment after disappointment, frustration after frustration, feeling let down, or forced to let other people down. Because like I said, in that work scenario, you could have been the person that was imposed upon by the boss, Pisces, and you had to then disappoint your family because, you know, I can't go out with you guys this weekend because my boss said I have to go in and do this work, and if I don't go in and do this work, they're going to fire me, you know. And it's like, in what world? Because that's threatening of, that's illegal, right? But if you complied, or if your partner complied, then that is the reality you chose to live in. But it feels known. That definitely, yeah, with the clouds in the back, right? The clouds over the heart, right? That definitely put a damper on your entire mood, or your ability to get along with those that were closest to you, is what I feel. I feel if this is not about romantic partnerships, if you are single like a Pringle, but you still had issues at work, or you had issues with family, or you had issues in your friend's life or your friend circle, it feels as though that interfering energy, that imposing energy, put a damper on not just the work life, but also the home life, the personal feelings that you had for yourself, your own outlook on life. Like, this has a ripple effect. And that's why it's significant, because it really put a dark cloud over the entirety of your life for an extended period of time. And if it wasn't you directly, again, it was like your partner. What I'm getting with that is, whoever was directly impacted, that then affected other people around them, because they were watching someone they cared about suffer. Does that make sense? Again, though, it's in the past. It's in the past. For the most part, this is in the past. If you're dealing with it now, you know, ride it out. You have no choice, really, because that's what you have to do. Not that you have to ride out abuse. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying let someone continue to illegally impose on you and illegally threaten your job. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you have to deal with it as best you can, in the best way that you choose for yourself or for your circumstances. That's what I mean, okay? So that has influenced you to come bursting out. Like, didn't I snap my fingers and I said, I feel like just yesterday you were in some gloomier energy than what you presented as in your starting position. That's what it feels like. It feels like out of nowhere, Pisces just says, fuck all that. I've had enough. Or, now that that's over, let's get on with this new endeavor, or let's get on with being proactive and healing a situation, or bringing change to a situation. Yeah. So I feel that you're being very proactive now, after a long period of inaction, of being withheld, or held back in a situation, or held in a situation that was dissatisfactory. Okay. Yes. Well, here's the boss, right? In many of your cases, straight up, that's the boss, the Emperor Aries energy. They don't have to be an Aries, but this is the boss energy in that scenario, where there was just unfair treatment in a workplace situation. Could still be going on for some of you, but in many cases, I feel it's not going on anymore. So that unfair treatment, this is the guy or the girl. It could be a woman. But this person is inconsiderate. This person is very rude. This person is very inappropriate, okay? A nasty piece of work in general. Like, not a pleasant person to work for or work with. But also in such a position of power, it's kind of like hard to get people to go against this energy, because at the end of the day, the job gets done. At the end of the day, this is their business. They might be the business owner. So you can't really go to anybody high up in the company to complain about this person, because they are at the top. They have influence. They have, bootlickers all around them. It's hard to penetrate this person, or penetrate their protective border, or their protective walls, whether that be other people, whether that just be because they're at the top, or just their demeanor. It's very cold. It's very like, suck it up, buttercup. You don't like it? Get a new job. That may have been what someone listened to like day in, day out. You don't like it here? You can always quit. And it's like, way to inspire people, boss. But if it's not the work person, Pisces, this would be someone close to you who has some type of power and influence, or has some type of strong sense of independence around you, that is also a thorn in your side. Someone who acts in their own best interests and really puts you and other people on the back burner. And that led to some type of disappointment and frustration. Again, not a boss of you, not a boss of your partner or someone in your family, just someone else around you. Being that it is the Emperor, a lot of times we associate that energy with father figures or older males, right? But it doesn't have to be. It can still be a female, and they don't even have to be old. They can be in their 20s and act like this, right? But what I'm getting is, you know this person, but you don't know them. Or your relationship with this person is now kind of degraded, or maybe not degraded. It's just not as tight as it used to be. So maybe this is someone from your childhood you used to be friends with. Now that you both are adults, you see they're kind of a dick, and you know them and you see how they are, but you don't want to be like close to them. So you kind of keep them at arm's length. Or this is someone that you used to have some type of trusting bond with, again, like a father figure, and they have betrayed you in some type of way. They've overstepped a boundary with you. They've overstepped their station. This could be someone who has tried to influence you, strong-armed you, and made you do or say things or behave in certain ways that you didn't want to, co-signed you to energy and behaviors and decisions that you didn't want to be co-signed to. All, again, in the interest of self. Putting themselves first, everybody else is on the back burner. Everybody else's needs and interests are not really my concern. So this could have been someone who backstabbed a lot of people, not you, but backstabbed a lot of people that you knew. God, why is that word not in my brain? Mutually, thank you. People that you mutually knew, and this person could have gone stabbed all these people in the back, threw all these people under the bus, and then stood by you going, life's great, isn't it, Pisces? And you're like, I guess. Why did you do all that? Like, why did I do what? Why did I win? Why did I put myself in a position of power? Why did I ensure that this, that, and the other happened? What are you talking about, Pisces? And you're just like, never mind, and you kind of buttoned up because you, at a previous point, have not been wanting to engage in any adversarial energy. You've been very like, my name is Wes and I'm not in your mess. I'm just not a part of that drama. I don't want to be in the middle of that. Even though you saw this person potentially hurting people that you care about. I feel a lot of Pisces decided not to step in, or you weren't able to step in. If you didn't, you may have wanted to, but maybe you weren't able to, okay? Or maybe you did and you found out this guy's a tough cookie, because again, it's the Emperor, sits on a throne made of concrete, not a cushy little, not a cushy chair like the King of Cups might have, or the King of Wands might have, right? He sits on freaking stone. It's got an ass made of stone, okay? So you may have contended with this person, but you probably were defeated. Pisces. So anyway, I feel that is kind of mostly in the past as well. If this person is around you right now, you're at your distance with them. You're at a distance with them because this person is very inflexible. I don't want to say they've always been the worst person, or that they are the worst person indefinite or definitively. I'm not trying to say that. Excuse me. I'm not trying to say that they are just an awful person. It's just they have this very bad quality to them that makes them a bulldozer of a person. And I don't know that you are willing, able, or even equipped to deal with them. So the only thing you can do is step away from them, is to keep yourselves at a distance from one another, okay? Whether they're a family member, a friend, you know, an associate, a friend of a friend is just like, oh, you know, you catch word that you're going to like a holiday party since it's Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up soon, and you're like, or a office party, right? And like, oh, are you going to the office party? Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna be there. Pisces says I'm gonna be there. Oh well, you know, Chris is coming. Chris, shit. And now you're like rethinking your whole evening. All right, if I go for like an hour, I'm good because people will see my face and they'll see that I made an effort. But I can't stay once Chris comes. Once Chris is there, I have to leave. It's like one of those things. Like, I just do not want to be in the same room as this person. And that, yes, that is wise. That is wise. High Priestess right next to it. So here's the one that can kind of compete or combat this Emperor energy. Even though this is not literal fisticuffs. This is about spiritual fighting, okay? So the High Priestess, secondary major arcana for Cancer. Some of you might be dealing with a Cancer, but you don't have to be. Listen, the High Priestess is the direct link between the spirit realm, the other side, other dimensions, or other states of existence, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, and yourself. More so your intuition. Less about your conscious self, more about your subconscious self. So this High Priestess has already given you the business. I mean, you saw it plain as day because this Emperor is not making any bones about the things they've done. They admit that they've done those things and they have succeeded in doing those things or saying those things. Therefore, what's to hide? What's the beef? What is everybody crying about? That's this person, right? They're not trying to hide their deeds. So it's in your face how they are or the way that they feel about what they've done. Yeah? This High Priestess energy is telling you, get away from that person even more so. Again, if you know this person and you care for them, friend or family member, right? But you've seen how they have behaved in the bigger context or the more macro perspective. This comes from the High Priestess. You can't trust this person. Maybe this person is trying to get you on their side. Oh, Pisces, you and I should do business together, or you and I should start a project together, or you and I should do this. You and I should go into, like, let's say you create music, and this person is like, we should work in the studio together. High Priestess says, don't do it. Do not do it. This is somebody who would steal your ideas. It's one of those weird things where I'm not trying to say, Pisces, you're like a lamb in the woods and you don't have any sense about you. You do. But what I'm feeling is this person is that type of manipulator where they will literally stab a person, not literally, but metaphorically, figuratively, stab a person in their back in front of you. Like they're stabbing this person. Hi, Pisces, how are you? Stab, stab. How's your day going? Stab. I'm sabotaging this person's career. Stab, right? In front of your face. You see it. It's plain as day that this person did that. But they're being nice to you. Pisces, oh my God. Oh, you play the drums? Oh my God, I need a drummer for my band. Do you think you would be available to do a show with me? They're continually stabbing people in the back as they're trying to get you on board to work with them. Does that make sense? So this person, nice to your face, maybe they are genuine in some weird way. Maybe they really do want to work with you. But because of the karma and the good or bad juju that they admit, the High Priestess says, no, I'm not going to fucking play drums for your band. No, I will not. Or the High Priestess is saying, Pisces, say no. Say no, Pisces. Don't say yes. So this High Priestess energy, as you're ready to make moves coming out of that Moon in reverse card, you're ready to get over this glummy, gloopy, gloppy feeling that you've existed in over the past few months. The Emperor is still very much in your vicinity, still has sort of this gravitational pull or this gravitational attachment to you or the people that you know. And the High Priestess is like, blank him, her, whatever, it doesn't matter. Blank this person. Do not respond to their texts. Do not engage in conversation with them. Let them walk off into the distance. Like, keep your distance from this person. Now, again, you're not a lamb in the woods. I don't think you're naive. I think you consciously already know that. But the subconscious is working on your behalf too. Because I feel that the influence of this Emperor is deeper than you might know. I don't associate the Emperor with any type of metaphysical stuff, such as tarot, mediumship, magic, right? I don't associate him with that, but there's a potential that this person is interested in this type of work, right? Like, I don't mention it much because I'm not necessarily comfortable in doing that in general readings. In personals, I'll do it. But you can manifest good and bad things, or you can manifest for the purpose of good or bad, right? You can have positive manifestations or a positive mindset in your manifestations. You can have positive intentions, or you can have negatives, right? If this person is in the metaphysical world, they could be, quote unquote, on the dark side, just to put it in those terms. Maybe if you want to think of it like Harry Potter, this is the dark arts guy. Okay, this is Snape, right? Professor McGonagall. You got it? Snape, Professor McGonagall. Star Wars, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker. Or Darth Vader and Yoda. Whatever. You see, there's they both are powerful in what they're intending to do, how they do it. But one energy just is a little more Slytherin than Gryffindor about it, okay? So this person or their energy field is more expansive than you might know. And that's where I think this High Priestess kicks in. You're okay in the 3D. You can defend yourself in the 3D. I just won't talk to them. I'm not going to return their calls when they walk into the party. Oh, Chris, everybody announces, hey guys, Chris is here. You're like, whoop, time to go. What's that meme that's out right now with SpongeBob? SpongeBob getting up out of the I'm out. All right, I'm going to go. That's you. As soon as Chris or whoever Emperor arrives to the party, all right, I'm heading out. See you guys later. I'll see you guys next week at the office. I'm done, right? So you're able to take care of yourself and protect yourself and keep yourself out of bad situations in the physical world, the 3D world. But in terms of this metaphysical other world, other dimension, energetic fields, whatever, however you perceive it, whatever you believe in or don't, this guy has he has many more lines, fishing lines out in the water than you knew. And the High Priestess is here to help you. Now, that High Priestess, the link is like the intuition. So the intuition says, not only do I not want to go to that party, the intuition says, I also, that's the thing. Because what I said is, you were saying, I'll go to the party, but as soon as he comes, I leave, right? There's something about as soon as this person shows up, I leave. Intuitively, that is good for you. Because if it ever comes back to, because this person is being, this person is being so friendly with you. Hey, Pisces, as they're stabbing everybody in the back. Hey, Pisces, come over here. Pisces, be my friend. Pisces, talk to me. Let's work together. Let's do this. They have been trying, and they've been talking to other people. Oh, I think Pisces is great. And da-da-da-da-da. They are verbally creating links to you in this world, in this space, right? And showing their intention of getting to know you, of being close to you. They are creating some type of relationship with you just through words, right? Speaking anything into the world gives it power, yeah? So if they do it enough, people around you will start to think, oh, Pisces and Emperor are good friends. And then you're like, why would you think that? Well, Emperor talks about you all the time. Don't you guys hang out? We do not. That is the metaphysical side of it. That's the other world side of it. Speaking these words, speaking this intention of, I want to know Pisces, we should work together, we should get together, we should hang out, blah, 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 blah. High Priestess is on the other side, pulling that away from you. Protecting you, from those fishing lines. Protecting you from those cords of attachment, of link between you and the Emperor. One sec. All right. All right, Pisces, I apologize. As you can see, I got something caught in my throat there. Now, anyway, and this High Priestess, I don't want to separate her completely from you. I'm not trying to sit here and say, again, you're just sitting idly by and this entity from a spiritual realm is doing all this work for you. No. Some of you are into the metaphysical yourself. Some of you are very spiritual, and the things that you do in your practices, in your routines, in your practice of manifestation is helping to combat, oh my God, I can't talk. Combat, thank you. Whatever the Emperor is doing, whatever the Emperor is trying to link you to. Now remember, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but I see across the line here why I need to mention this. I did mention that the Emperor is an archetype of a father or older male figure, someone of influence or authority in your life. It could be, and that could be why it's hard to break the tie. It could be a family member. It could be someone that you're related to, who has impact or authority or some type of dominion over a family dynamic, which makes this difficult to constantly, or excuse me, to permanently create a separation between you. So I get it. But because the High Priestess is right above you and between you and him, like in this route, right? There is, you have some type of protection, whether you know it or not, okay? Now, these final two, what's this? Right. And now the palm of my left hand is kind of achy here, and I haven't done anything. You've seen what I've been doing. I talk with my hands, right? But there's something like very achy in the palm of my hand. So I don't know if that means anything to you guys, or if you guys have like arthritis in your hands or something like that, but that was uncomfortable. Anyway, final two. Which one, please? Okay. So, so the stability of this relationship that you have directly with the Emperor, especially if they're a family member or a friend of yours, and like, you know, they have affinity for you, Pisces, but they're kind of an a-hole to everybody else. You know, if that's the gig, if that's what's going on, that's kind of strange. Or if they're the boss of you, or the boss of someone that is significant to you, your partner, your roommate, your best friend, I don't know. The foundation of it, I don't know that it's changing, but valley, what the hell's valley mean? Maybe some of you live in a valley? Why valley? Maybe some of you want to move to the valley, something like that. Because now they're showing me like a helicopter looking over a valley. That's like, I don't know what that means. So valley, if that's important to you. But anyway. Okay. So it could be, yes, this person values you, this Emperor, Pisces. And if it isn't you, it's whoever the Emperor is nice to. This person could genuinely have an affinity towards Pisces or towards whoever, right? Because Pisces, you could have been one of the people that got backstabbed by this Emperor. So, you know, it's a general, please shift the energies and the perspectives as need be. But if there's a genuine, I like you, I value you, I want you and I to work together, I want you and I to have a close, yes, okay. That's, okay, got it. This person wants you to be a part of their happy home. Whether this is your brother, your father, your mother, your second cousin twice removed, I don't care. This person envisions you as a part of the tapestry of their life. Oh, look at me using these dated terms, tapestry of your life. Anyway, this person really sees some type of stability and future with you, in terms of business, in terms of just affinity and close family bonds, in terms of romance, if this is like someone that you're dating or somebody that wants to date you and that's in, I don't know, whatever. Their vision is, hey, we could be happy together. We could make a happy home together. We could make a successful business together. We could create, you know, like I said, for those who are maybe musicians, like we could make beautiful music together. Literally, we could have the next biggest hit on the charts, something like that. And this is their dream. This is maybe what they've been working towards, having stability with you or whoever they're being nice to, while stabbing people in the back along the way. We're going to build our home on the grave of all these people I've blown up in my wake. Happy life. Really? Okay. So in a certain way, Pisces, it feels like this person is delusional because they seem to find you complicit or accepting or even welcoming of that other side of them. Or in some cases, they don't know that you've seen them do this, even though you've done it in front of them. Like or maybe it doesn't matter to you. Maybe that's where the delusion comes from, is that because you haven't, in many cases, you haven't explicitly said to this person, hey, you're being kind of a D-bag here. Why are you acting this way? I think it's disgusting. I don't agree with it. If you didn't have that conversation with this person, they assume that everything is A-okay with you guys. Everything is A-okay with me and Pisces, right? So that's why when they get to this intention of building the Four of Wands with you, or starting something of significance with you, business, family, otherwise, romantic, otherwise, it doesn't matter, you're not on board. You're like, are you fucking crazy? What makes you think? And the reason they think is because you haven't expressly told them, I think you're a piece of trash. I think what you've done is awful. I do not want to be associated with you. And even then, they might be so far up their own ass. See, I'm getting kind of feisty and spicy with my message here. Oh, right, and I did say that in the beginning, right? Pisces is Pisces, coming out of that moon card. Oh! So is that what's going to happen? Or in some of your cases has already happened or might happen in the future? Is that this person expresses to you, hey, Pisces, I have the perfect idea for us. We should start a band. We should write a book together. We should go into business together. We should be best friends. We should go out on a date. We should get married. We should do this. We should do all these things, which creates this wonderful, creative, and flourishing foundation with the Four of Wands. Your response is, no, sir, or madam, I don't think so. No. No. That's not for me. That's not at all what I want to do. And now you get spicy. And Pisces, that is that. Yes. If I know a thing or two about a spicy, if I know a thing or two about a Pisces, look at me. Spicy Pisces. Pisces. So if I know anything about my Pisces out there, you guys, as water signs tend to do, you'll hold it in. Your disagreement with a person, your disagreement with how they behave, your dissatisfaction with their behavior, and you'll hold it in, stifle it down. For whatever reason, maybe you don't want to aggro, you don't want to have a fight, you don't want to have an argument, maybe you want to protect yourself, you don't want to get, like I said, for when you're seeing this person stab everybody in the back, you're kind of like, I don't want to get on his bad side, or, for whatever reason, you held your tongue, right? This is no longer holding the tongue for Pisces out there, okay? I'm going to stop calling you Pisces. But for Pisces out there, this is you letting it out. Yes, because look at this historical line. The doom and gloom of what has transpired already, all the shit this guy has done, right? And then you come up out of that, you're like, okay, I'm being more proactive. I'm going to be more forthright with what I think and what I feel. I'm not going to hold back. And that's, I think I was saying that at the top. It's not that you're going out of your way and you are picking fights with people. It's if people want to pick fights with me, if people want to come towards me and present me, Pisces, with some bullshit, they will regret it. Like I said something about your patience is like here, or your tolerance is here, and now it's here. So this person, maybe you haven't talked in a while. Maybe you thought you not responding to their messages, they got the message that you don't want to talk. Give it a couple of weeks. They come back around. Hey, Pisces, best friend, what's up? And you're like, hold the phone, Gary. We're not best friends. And here's why. This, that, and this. And you let Gary or whoever, Chris or, Miranda, it doesn't matter the name, it doesn't matter the gender, you let that person know. Absolutely not. It's retro. It's retroactive during the retrograde, right? This is a retrograde period. So if this person comes back around, tries to be all buddy-buddy with you, you will retroactively know about all the shit that they've done that has led up to you having this moment of hell to the no. I do not want to go into business with you. I do not want to have pleasant conversations with you that ignore all the things that you did here in the past that have upset me, that have upset this person, that have affected this person, that hurt that person, blah, 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 blah. You tell this person about themselves. You tell them that they've been nasty. You tell them that they are a piece of shit and you don't want anything to do with them. Sorry, not sorry. Hashtag. That wraps that part up pretty nicely. Now your outcome, which again, when I saw it, I was like, ah, and then I saw that, I was like, oh no. So two of cups as your outcome. I think there's still this, for that first group where you have a spouse or a partner or a friend or whatever who was dealing more directly with this emperor, right? Who was under the control, for lack of a better word, control of this person. This is you and that partner. You guys are good. You guys are solid. You guys are still best friends. You guys are still committed to one another. You guys are cutesy wootsy ootsy bootsy. Okay? Everything is cool. If you're single Pringle and this emperor was more direct to you, or you just kind of stood by and watched them do their dirty work, I think for you Pisces, or for that group of Pisces, it feels like this person will still think you guys are significant. Like this person is not going to take the hint if you tell them about themselves. If you're like, hell no, I never want to work with you, I never want to partner with you in any type of way, they're going to be like, but Pisces, we have a connection. And you're going to be like, nah, bro, we don't. We do not have a connection. But Pisces, we're best friends. Who told you that lie? I didn't tell you that lie. And you know what? If I did tell you that, it's a lie, because it's not true. Okay? So there is a bit of an entanglement, like I told you, in this, because the Two of Cups often is said to be a soulmate card. And on my channel, I don't use soulmate that often. Or I don't use it that readily, because in cases like this person might say, Pisces, you're my soulmate. And you're like, in what world do you think that's true? Or what in the world makes you think that's true? So one person says you're my soulmate, and the other person says, but no. Do we have a soulmate connection? That's why I don't want to use that word very often, because it gets misconstrued. So in some of your cases, you have a clinger on her. You've got a clinger, stage 5 clinger, right? Romantic or not, because soulmates, in my estimation, don't have to be romantic. God help you if this person has romantic intentions towards you, Pisces. My God. Good luck. Single white female, here we go. But, so for that other group, I feel there isn't a mutual thing. Or if there is, you don't, return it in the exact same way. It's not 100% reciprocated. Because that's the other thing about my understanding of soulmates. You can have a soulmate, but y'all don't have to get along. You can have a soulmate and you can not be fans of one another, because soulmates teach you lessons. Soulmates come, in my estimation, they come into your life to teach you lessons. They come into your life to help you grow. Sometimes growing is a painful process, right? Think of when you were a kid and you lost your teeth. Sometimes them bitches hurt when they came out, or they were pulled out, yanked out sometimes. Or you, like what happened to a friend of mine recently, your wisdom teeth start growing in and they don't grow in the right way. You're growing. Things are growing inside of your mouth. But if that comes in at an angle, you're going to the dentist and things are about to get painful. You see? So the act of growing, the act of expansion, the act of enhancing or learning more in life is not always easy. So this could be a soulmate for you. You don't return it. You don't like it, but it could be. So that's why I don't want to use this word all the time. Because for me, I'm just like, soulmate, schmollmate. Is it a positive one? We could hope. In your case, Pisces, maybe not so positive. Okay? Now your overall energy, holy shit. First of all, I laugh because that is the card that wanted to come out when I was starting your shuffle for the outcome, and I didn't finish speaking, so I didn't take it. That is the card that was coming out. But look what came out in your outcome anyway. somebody thinks a soulmate situation is happening here, and they're very positive about it. The other person is less inclined to think so. Or if you do agree, this is kind of toxic then. If you're like, they are my soulmate, I do love them, I care for them, and I want to be close with them, but they're in the business of stabbing people in the back and being shady, hell, you need more than a general reading, okay? Now, your overall energy is the Seven of Swords, Pisces. So, thievery, sneaky behavior, underhanded practices, running away, avoidance, all kinds of things with the Seven of Swords. All that might be at play here, but what I'm generally seeing is deception, running away, sneaking away, avoidance. Those are the things I'm seeing. The deception, I feel, is coming from the Emperor. I feel that the deception comes in some of the ways they behave. As much as they're in your face stabbing people in the back, they might not always deliver it in such a nasty way. They might lure a person in with kindness before they take them down. Does that make sense? So this person is crafty. This person is slick. Yeah? The run away, the sneak away, that feels like you. That feels like all this doom and gloom. I'm going to get away from that stuff. I don't want to be a part of that shady business. And then when called to be complicit in the shady business, or, pardon me, to create a new foundation based on shady business, you're like, but no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to pass on the general douchebag behavior. No, I don't want to be a part of that. Yeah. Self-preservation also with the Seven of Swords on your side or their side. Seven of Swords is about, I don't want to be in the middle of any ruckus. I don't want to be in the middle of any contesting energies. I want to get away with what I'm getting away with. I don't want to be fussed with, right? So in the case of the Emperor, I'm going to go about being a saboteur, stabbing people in the back, you know, selling people down the river because it's easier than to have fair competition, or it's easier than having a sane civil conversation. It's better that I throw out all these crazy accusations, all this crazy abusive language and behavior, threaten people's jobs, than to actually have competent and fairly treated employees. That's more of a headache. If I control them with fear, then they'll just do what I say when I say and how I say it. They won't talk back, right? That's Seven of Swords energy. Do it my way or get out. It maintains some type of control, yeah? For you, it's like, I don't want to be part of anything shady, okay? Pisces, it was entertaining for me as the reader. I don't know if it was entertaining for you, but hopefully it was insightful to you. If it was, there's a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. Make sure that you leave a comment. Well, you don't have to make sure. If you would like to leave a comment and let me know how it resonated in your life, that would be great. I always love the feedback from you guys. It's really appreciated. You can also share the video across your social media platforms. Let other people know that you like my stuff. And of course, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Spices. I'm not going to call you, I hope I don't call you that in the future, because I think it's kind of a lame, it sounds lame coming from me at least. Anyway, Pisces, I'll be back soon to do your mid-November readings. Yeah, look forward to that in about a week and a half or so. I also, again, will go live on Thanksgiving week, either that Monday or Wednesday, so look out for it. I'll probably announce it on the community tab before I actually go live. A couple days before I go live, I'll decide. And, again, I will be bringing back those no communications readings in December. That was pretty neat. People seem to really resonate with those messages, so I'll bring those back to the channel as well. So lots of things to look forward to. I hope to see you when I do the uploading. Or when I'm in the chat. That would also be cool. All right, Pisces, I really do appreciate you guys taking your time to watch this video today. Take care.